November. It focused on being active and conditioning back in shape because the pandemic caused quite a quarantine belly. Today I'll be sharing with you what went down during my November. It's me, Mel. Welcome back. And since the gyms, the sports arenas, the courts, and the schools are still closed, it's really hard to maneuver around staying in shape because our routines have changed, especially when you used to do a certain sport, which is what I am currently experiencing right now. I am a martial arts practitioner and nope, not the one that you're thinking of. I practice Kendo. It can be a long explanation and to not overshadow this vlog, visit my website which is linked down below where I slightly touched over it in a post which is also mentioned in the last vlog. So back to the topic. Since the quarantine belly was not forgiving to most of us and getting gym equipment is really hard these days, it's either it's too expensive or you don't have the space for it, and even the sports shops have a shortage of gears and weights, so you really have to be creative. Running, cycling, and jogging is now available, but everybody's doing it, so it can be a bit crowded. I have had workouts during quarantine, but it was never enough because my sport is an intensive combat sport and it's not exactly the same. I still have a lot of energy to burn and I still keep the same diet. It's just that I have been trying to move about during the day and trying to put in some workouts and go to the gym as much as I can because my goal is not to actually lose weight, more of developing back the muscles that I've lost during the quarantine. As far as I can remember, this is my first time eating a vegan meal and I've tried it at Soya Bar. It is quite surprising that there's a lot of options and it tastes quite good, so vegan food is approved for me. I started cycling again and it's not my first time, which is why I have my share of knee wounds and scars, which my mom usually scolds me for. It's for recreation, for hobby, an activity with friends, or bonding with family. Cycling in Singapore is really different because it is safe. There are bike lanes and park connectors for you to cycle around the island, and there are really designated areas for cyclists. But in the Philippines, it's quite a dead wish. But I managed to check off some things from my bucket list, which are cycling in the busiest road of Metro Manila, cycling far, going back to my birth town, cycling at night, cycling in the morning, and also going to famous landmark sites.
Hindi to pwede sa'yo. Huh? No.
Hmm? Alam mo ba kung baong hininga mo? Huh? Para may proof of purchase.
Para may proof of purchase.
It is nice to cycle with friends to stay motivated and at least you have a buddy to go with.
Okay, kailangan na lang kami moment ni
Nino.
itong bike.
Yes.
Nalab niya yan.
Turista.
But from my experience, it was both exhilarating and terrifying. But I was mostly elated because it was quite a challenge to overcome that. And I also had an additional challenge. I'm used to using a mountain bike, but this time I have to borrow my friend's folding bike because I don't have a bicycle in the Philippines.
Let's go. Let's go. agad yung bansa. Tinanggal niya na
Parang
agad.
naghugas lang ng ito.
Yun na yun.
I filmed the Living Challenge that came out last week twice, and it's not because I am a perfectionist, but it was entirely not my fault. I imported the items that was inside the SD card to my laptop, and prior to that I did some playbacks in the camera to check the shots, and then when I was ready to store the data inside my laptop, it prompted empty. So I was really devastated, and I tried to do some recovering, and it can cost some pennies, so I went for the cheapest option by just refilming the whole thing, which is infuriating because, mind you, that I filmed that thing for a good 3 hours before the sun went down that day with the most complete, most accurate dog food that I can give to my dogs for that challenge. I used a piece of T-bone that I had dinner the night before, and then the Gloner bone that I have in stock. Since I have to refilm the whole thing, I went on an errand to go to the pet store to get some new bones, but sadly they don't have it in stock.
This one. Let's try this one.
So with that failed, I just cooked myself some pesto that night and drowned my sorrows in a mango cake.
What's your comment? No, it's not your turn yet, huh? How is it? Good job, Taffy.
Oh no.
Gusto mo na ng dinner? Ha? Gusto mo na ng dinner? Cheesy? Gusto mo na ng dinner?
Got to do some archery, and it was one of the pastimes that I did before the pandemic, and they've just recently reopened. I was too excited to play, and I've done my best performance so far.
Okay, fail. After a whole day of all of that activity, first you have to eat something. So I'm cooking this cheesy pesto. This is one of my favorite. You just add like tuna, like this tuna, and then dinner.
I can dress up really girly and then eat the burger like this. chocolate for the garb. I ended up my week 3 on a bike ride to Luneta, which is also close to Ground Zero, and we also passed by the Manila Bay and eventually we headed to Vivavideo, which is one of the biggest malls in the Philippines. And then finishing it off with an archery session with my friends as well. Like to shoot my gun.
Doon talaga eh! What's up? Ayos ka na. Ganda ng ano, factor. Isang mas na ba?
Wow, nice! Week 4 is where I experienced the best date ever. I experienced not 1, not 2, but 3 dates. Yes, I had 3 dates at a time, which are actually just my dogs. We went to a Japanese restaurant called Kuroda, and they were really helpful because it was raining at that time and the floor was wet, so they allowed my dogs to sit on the chair. We had Japanese food, well, I did most of them eating, but they also had some. And then after that, I let them off the leash to run around and exercise because they've been getting fat, like me, because of quarantine. And I can't catch up with their energy because 1:3, it's not fair.
Baby. Chippy's on her way. Chippy's on her way. Good job.
I also had my despedidas with my friends that I consider family. I had them on the same night, which is my last night, and then I have it both with my school friends and then my sports family. So it was really nice. It's really touching, and it was really funny because that dinner they played my videos on the television.
Tapos kumain, hirap. Yan ba yung manghang?
Hindi, yung...
Your birthday!
Hey, you're here! Oh, go in!
Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree.
Ba't nung turn ko na? Ganun talaga?
Bakit pa sa
Okay. Huwag ka kasi lasahan!
Huwag mo na anuhin!
Mary! Ano pag-alis ni Mommy?
Yan, okay. So, video.
Mabait nyo, lalaki.
Yay! Ingat ka.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit!
I'm really grateful because they're the ones who were with me throughout my 3 years in the Philippines, and they've been really welcoming and they've been really great. And I'm really grateful because they're always there and they've been always helpful and they're just everything. So we just had some drinks and some food, and yeah, it's just a really happy moment during this pandemic because I am moving away.
They've been sensing it for a while because they've been trying to block the door